Yo, yo, yo. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Price, Rob, Bro Amigos Podcast. And you already know we back in the building this bit as usual. You know, we here to give y'all a little something, something. Look, we know March is mad right now. But we want to talk a little MLB. So how about
Mm-hmm.
the March Madness of MLB? We know it just started up. Everything's starting to get in swing, but it's a few things that have been going mad right now, So pump your brakes on the March Madness. I know you got your bracket in hand and you're trying to win some money and you got your fan duel and everything else, but come here, sit back, relax, talk with us right now. Bruh, Migos podcast, little MLB action. We gotta talk with y'all, give y'all our predictions of winners, who we got coming out, who we got winning the World Series. I know it's a long ways away, but we're here already. Okay, just wanna and we gotta talk. A little bit of baseball drama too, just a tiny bit of baseball
Drama,
drama.
drama.
So, and that's all here today, Bruh Amigos podcast. Let's get it.
Bruh.
Rob, I know you've been excited. You've been ready. Rob has filled our topic sheet with MLB to
Mm-hmm.
the brim because he is ready to go. Now, he is one of these people who also has a bracket. At one point, he was posting out, I'm number 52 out of thousands of people in March Madness bracket. He was doing his
Killing
thing.
that shit.
He was doing it. He was doing it. But we have to talk division winners, league
Mm.
champs, Cy Young winners, MVP winners, and some baseball storylines that's going on right now. And Rob even has some sophomore slumps in there too. So to start, we're gonna give you guys our division winners covering the East, Central, and West NL, AL. We're gonna get right into it. NL and AL East winners. Rob, who you got?
All right. So there's no better team in all of MLB than the Braves. Point blank, period. Visky, I know you're listening. Your team is great. Team is absolutely great. Up and down, top to bottom. They got a rotation with Strider, who we're gonna talk about a bunch coming up in the show. Ronald Acuna, possibly the best player in all of baseball right now. We're gonna talk about more him in the show. This team is fucking stacked every which way. And granted, they got a little bit issues with the closer. I don't believe in him in Kenley Jansen. I just I'm just not there. He's been great, but he's also been boo boo. I'm just not all the way there with him. But actually, no, sorry, Kenley Jansen is with the Red Sox now. So he's moved on. But they basically I just don't have all my faith in them right now because I can't even think of a closer. But look, that team is absolutely great. They might not need a closer this year. They could probably beat everybody by 10 runs. Seeing basically what the Red Sox is doing or what the Celtics are doing right now in the NBA, that's what they could be doing with the MLB. So that's my team for the NL. The AL, the Orioles, also one of the best teams in baseball right now, stacked up and down. They just added Corbin Carroll, excuse me, Corbin Burns
Yeah.
to their rotation. And they're gonna have Grayson Rodriguez coming back for another year. Dean Creamer. You're gonna have Adley Russman. You're gonna have Jackson Holiday coming up sooner or later. I know they sent him back down to the minors. He's probably gonna come back up to go basically with Gunnar Henderson, all these different players that they got. Anthony Santander, Ryan Mountcastle, like all these players that they still already had coming off of their first playoffs in a very long time. Those are my two AL East teams. Like, who you got, bro?
Okay. So look, I gotta agree with you. The Braves are like the best team in baseball. Damn. The fact that we got to give one of our friends major props about this, and I know that he's probably grinning ear to ear whenever people speak highly up on the Atlanta Braves. But you're right. The only flaw we can see is the close. That's it. They got guys who
Yeah.
gonna hit bombs. They got guys who gonna have high OPSs. They are stacked. They are a run producing, fielding monster with a hellacious pitching rotation. Okay, Braves arguably the best team in baseball, and not only the best team in baseball. I'm gonna throw this in the Yankees' face. They didn't buy it like y'all did. They didn't try to buy everybody like y'all did. This was
No.
something that was grown out in the sweet parts of Atlanta. Okay, must
Yep.
be all them goddamn Migos songs they out there listening to, getting crunk all the time. Turn it up, hey. But nah. I know, I know, I know the Orioles. Look, pardon my heart for picking my Red Sox, and part of me really wants to pick the Rays to win the AL East. But I'm gonna
But
stay true to my Red Sox, and I'm gonna pick them, even though it's probably gonna be the Rays or the Orioles come out. Okay, I'm thinking Rays, Orioles, leaning more Orioles. I know we really don't have a shot. Okay, but I gotta give y'all some sort of support. Okay, okay.
let the dreamers dream. I
I got a
I don't know who the
dream,
fuck I'm
bro.
pitch for. I'm looking at y'all rotation, bro. Like
I know. We're horrible right
y'all
now.
held together by bubble gum and grandma's prayers. Like
Yes,
that's what y'all
yes,
pitch staff is.
yes. I know,
Oh my god.
I know. Our pitching staff is freaking horrible. But dreamers can dream that we might get this shit together this season. It's not likely. It's not likely. But
Oh.
but I will say this: the Orioles, the Rays, the Jays have a part in there. I don't feel I don't feel the Jays are gonna do it. I just feel like the Orioles with Cedric Mullin and everybody else coming back. I just feel like
Mhm.
that team is went from being kind of a laughing stock to just, I ain't even gonna say a laughing stock. I'm gonna say such an underwhelming team to now I feel like they're the team of whenever Lamar Jackson got to the Ravens.
Mhm.
They're turned around. They're going in the right direction. We're marching towards victory. You know, because I remember back in the day, I used to be like, the Orioles, not worried about them, not worried about them. But now you legit have to be worried about the Orioles. You know,
Mhm.
that's just me.
They got the best farm system,
Yes,
one of the best rosters.
yes.
Like it's crazy what they've done in the last couple years. Like truly nuts.
But it speaks to something, though, Rob. It speaks to whenever you put in the time with your franchise and you do things the right way and you nurture the system the right way, this
Mhm.
is what can become. Orioles, Braves. These are teams
Yep.
that were nurtured and those you can't get that. Like my dad used to tell me all the time, Yankees try to buy a team and it never works out. And he was right. It never really worked out for the Yankees. They pay and they go grab this person and they grab that person, and you're like, man, they're stacked. And then they don't win. They lose to the team that put in the time together. So
Yep.
the Orioles are definitely a testament to that in the American League East. So great pick right there. Now moving on, Central, who you got? NL and AL Central.
So you see, this is where I can't really fault you for your, NL East or your AL East pick, because your boy is picking your boys. The
I saw
Cardinals
you.
are going to be the National League Central champions. Feel it. Let it roll off your tongue. Let it go and let it come in your just all in
We were
your
trying to speak
area.
it into fruition, Just
The best team in the NL Central right now is the St. Louis Cardinals. Mo, we've talked about this during the off season because we've had a lot of these conversations come up, and we've had to have our heart to hearts. You have done fairly well with getting this bullpen better because that was a big part of what needed to be changed. You've also went and got some prospects that basically have us at least a little bit better than what we were. That being said, we still could use Jordan Montgomery, but it seems like that's not going to happen. So, what's presently constructed, I think we do have arguably the best team and probably going to be the most competitive division in all of baseball this year with the Central. I this is and I'm going to basically this is going to be a precursor to what I'm going to say later, but we're going to have I think a very much talented back in the day kind of or back in the day meaning like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but like a very talented Central division within the NL. Like I think that there's going to be multiple teams that's going to basically make it to the playoffs within the NL. But I think the top of the heap is the Cardinals. The Cardinals have the best infield
Hmm.
in the National League. Let me say it again. The best infield in the National League. I'm just basically putting that out there. I would say argue. No, I would say the best. Fuck it. Be confident. The best infield in the National League. And that's with the Dodgers being what they are because they cheat, and that's with the Braves being what they are because they just doing it. But no, they have the best and I think the staff, I think the rotation is going to be much better than what it was. Now having Zach Thompson at the back end of the rotation instead of basically flip flopping, having him a little giving more reps, basically taking over in the rotation. I think he's going to do well. Sonny Gray basically being the ace once he gets back. Uh, and then you're gonna have some filler with Kyle Gibson, who I think is gonna be nicer than what I'm thinking, than what people are thinking, and also the bare bones of Lance Lynn, and Michael is hopefully getting back to his, Cy Young contending form. But I think no, bar none, I think we're the best. We're one of the best teams, or if not one of the best teams in the NL, but the best team in the Central Division. And then on the other side, on the AL, it's the Twins, and that's because the AL Central is going to be very aspirational. Like you kind of going to have to like back in the day when I was a kid, that was the most competitive between the Twins, between the Guardians, then the Indians, and like the other teams within the Central. You always had somebody trying to come out and a lot of competing, and basically the division coming down to the end. This time, Twins are the best team in the AL Central. Talent wise, just construction wise, like they basically have it all comparatively to the up and coming Royals, who
Hmm.
I I like and I want to believe in them more, and that's gonna come up a little bit later too. But also with the the fastly deteriorating White Sox, like they're getting bad and getting worse. They're batting in worse. Uh, and then you still got all these other teams that's in the AL Central. Like the Twins are the most stable force and have a good amount of young talent, good amount of older talent. Basically, Pablo Lopez is gonna probably be a Cy Young candidate. Like I think they're the best team in the AL Central at least, dog. But like, who you got? Who you got there?
Okay, so off rip, I'm going Brew Crew, bro. I got the Brew Crew going back in. I'm thinking that they're number one again in that division. Okay, it's gonna be a couple reasons. They lost Corbin Burns. Okay, this is true. Okay, this is somebody that you no longer have. But, 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 hear me out. I feel like this team is gonna be well put together. You still got Yelly there. You still got
Mm-hmm.
Christian Yelich. Um, that team is William Contreras. You got Contreras there too. That team, I feel like is one. It's you. Do you remember that old Prince Fielders Brewers team that they had?
Mm-hmm.
This is a better version of that, and I feel like they're a more competent version. Okay, I feel like this is a hardworking team. I feel like they're gonna come out on top in that division again. I see. I definitely see where you're at. You know, I definitely can see where you're at with your Cardinals making a push and making the turnaround. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
don't. I see the Reds and the Cubs all being competitive there. I just feel like the Brewers are just gonna edge everybody out one more time. You guys are gonna be the deciding factor though this year. I feel like with you guys trying to make a turnaround and them being the top of the heap in that division last year, that's where the rubber is gonna be the road. That's just me. Y'all are gonna decide how high the Brewers land in that division. Because if they can keep everybody down, they're back on top of the heap. If y'all make a push and it's a flip and y'all make a push, y'all probably come out on top. Okay? That's how I see they coming out over there in the NL. Now, AL. So Detroit. I'm gonna explain my Detroit pick right now. Okay.
You're gonna have to.
Okay, so look. I feel like Detroit. I was watching Detroit in spring training, watched the Jays game. Okay? Watched that yesterday. So, here's my theory. Detroit is looking like a team. Barring the Mets game. We not gonna talk about that Mets game that just happened on the 20th. We not even gonna talk about that one. We gonna I'm gonna overlook that one right now.
Okay.
We gonna overlook that one, okay? We gonna overlook that one. So, barring that Mets game, I feel like whenever I watch Detroit, it's feeling like sort of a culture push. Like it is shifting there a little bit. And it's kind of like the same thing. We haven't seen a major roster turnovers per se, like we saw with the Lions. But I feel like it's a culture shift there right now. And I feel like whenever culture shifts, it makes players play different. Like I said, barring the Mets game. Barring the Mets game. There was a horrible look. 10-5, bro. I need y'all to get your shit together. Now y'all did wipe the Yankees out 7-0. But I feel like there's a culture shift in Detroit. I've been peeping in, you know. I paid for my MLB League Pass. I be click, you know. I'm peeping in, but my thing is, I feel like there's starting to be a culture shift in Detroit. And once I saw that, and I saw it with the Lions, I was like, okay, is this going to be a sports-wide thing? Or is this going to be just a football thing? Start watching. Guys look like they're acting different. They're playing a little bit different. They're kind of more into the game. I'm like, okay, maybe we're pushing in the right direction to win 80, 90 games. Not saying that they're gonna crack 90 this year. But you had 78 last year, I want to say. We're pushing in the right direction. If I feel like if you crack 80, we'll deal, you know. I'm rooting for the underdog for them to change, because this is what we need to see. We need to see these teams change culture. They can't be losers forever, Rob. They can't be losers forever. You can't. I feel like whenever you become the loser forever, you fall in that I'm gonna blow this shit up. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna do all of this other stuff. And I don't feel like that's necessary for every night. In some places, it just needs to happen. In some places, it just needs to happen. But I feel like I don't think Detroit has to do that. I feel like it's a culture thing. Same thing with their football team. That they have been, you know. I hate to make this joke about the Lions because they did so good. But my dad used to call them the Lions sometimes because they just used to lose. That's what they was. But I feel like if we can crack 80 and we can push the right direction and we can make, you know, the right roster change, Detroit is in there. And I feel like this is the year that all of Detroit sports is going to make the right push, bro. And I know you about them, Jake. Go ahead.
No. Here's what I'm gonna say about both of your picks. Like, I feel like the Eric Andre meme where it's like, how can you say something controversial yet so brave? Like, real shit. And when you put this on the sheet, I was like, all right, what is he gonna say about them? Honestly, I'm with you, because the thing with the Detroit Tigers is I'm looking at their roster construction, and this is something that I'll say this now because I had it on the list, but I'll say it now. So like they added Jack Flaherty and Shelby
Yep.
Miller, two guys that basically people have heard of, but are not big name, kind of dudes. Jack Flaherty has Cy Young level stuff.
Yes, he
He's
does.
been hurt. He's had a lot of things. This is his comeback, and I'm really believing in him, and I think he's going to be very nice. The only reason I basically didn't have him as Cy Young, because I don't think he's going to be a Cy Young candidate, but I think he's going to have a really good season, and I could see him if the Tigers are sorry, him getting traded. But I'm thinking that's something good for him and something that basically this being his bounce back. I'm really looking forward to him. Shelby Miller, I also think he's gonna get, if the Tigers get bad, then he's gonna get traded. But like that's one of those things. Like I do believe in those two guys. I know they signed Cole Keith, who's the guy that's basically coming out of the minors. He's gonna probably be on the big league roster because they gave him a good amount of money. So they are there. They still got that big ass anchor Javi Baez on them.
Yep.
But
Yep.
outside of that, I think that they can contend, and I think that they could basically be starting to get an upward trend. The manager is a World Series winning manager. Like they basically have the makers, and even the Brewers, like with the Brewers being what they are, I think they're going to be exciting. I love Freddie Peralta. I love his high strikeout percentage. Like I love that basically he's one of those guys that's like he can give you like 12 strikeouts a game bar none. Love Abner Uribe. I've been drafting him in any time I can in fantasy. I've done like a bunch of fantasy drafts. Anytime I can get my hands on him, I get him. He's gonna be while Devin Williams is out, probably gonna be the closer. He has closer stuff for the Brewers. I think he's gonna be great. Rest of that team, Jackson Trio, who's basically one of the top prospects in all of baseball, is gonna be on the major league roster. Nah, man, like I'm with you. I ain't gonna ridicule you, dog. Like I ain't gonna do that when we boys, but like I ain't gonna do that to you. I actually believe it. I just wanted to see what you was gonna say.
So look, Flaherty right now in spring training, he's 8-7. Okay. He's 8-7. Okay. So let's say this. Well, his projection. His projection is 8-7. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say this. If Flaherty comes out here and he has a hellacious season, I ain't gonna say a 20-win season. Let's say 15. Let's say 15, maybe approaching 18. That does justice for him. That does justice for Detroit. Like you said, we have they have a world winning, like a World Series winning manager now. Okay, if you change the culture and you push in the right direction, maybe we can start to right this ship now and go in the right direction. And I feel like this is what's needed. I feel like they're taking a page. Let's change what the hell is going on. Let's make this work. And I feel like that's where we're going with Detroit. I don't see anything that they can go against. Well, there's a lot of stuff that can go on in that division. That division is going to be competitive. It's really going to be competitive. Like I said, y'all are making a turnaround, and then the Cubs are there. The Cubs are going to
Mm-hmm.
hang out. The Reds are hanging out. So now we're looking at it like this: how good are the Cardinals going to be? And so how good are the Cardinals going to be on one side? Okay, and then you looking at it for Detroit. How good are the Twins going to be? How good are the Guardians going to be? White Sox, I'm sorry to say, like I'm not even like if I see y'all game on League Pass and it's like the only thing I got to watch, or y'all are playing somebody I want to see, you and the Royals are like the last two people I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be dead serious. Like y'all are the last two people I'm gonna watch. Like I
Y'all
only
blow.
like I only used to want to see if Two Family Tim was gonna fight somebody last year, and now he's gone. So like, yeah, whatever. Like y'all in the Royals are like the last people I'm gonna see. Like I'm gonna be honest, the Royals. Whenever I see the Royals playing, if I just want the ambiance of baseball in the background, I put that shit on take now. Like I'm gonna be honest with you though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But I feel like this is the direction that they're going. Now, NL and L West, Rob, who you got?
Start off with the Rangers. Rangers, World Series champs, still got a hellified lineup, adding to it with fucking Wyatt Langford, who had like a 12 OPS in the
Yes, he did.
minors and shit. Like crazy. Then you got Evan Carter, who was the top prospect, one of the top prospects in all baseball last year. You got still got Corey Seager, who's the MVP candidate. Got Dolis Garcia. The list goes on and on. Like you got like so many great players in this team that is just so fucking hard to go against. You go still gonna have Nathan Eovaldi. Granted, you won't. I think you still have. I can't remember if Max Scherzer is gonna be out, but he still is gonna be on the roster. Like you got so much to deal with this fucking lineup. It is nuts. And even though the Astros are absolutely one of the best teams in baseball, also I do think the Rangers are gonna pull it out. The Mariners are still up and coming, but I don't think they're there. A's are drizzling shits. And you know, there's the Angels. And so, nah, man, the Rangers, I still got them as the AL champs. The NL Padres, I believe in you. I think you can do it. Guys got it. Just you can do it. Fernando Tatis Jr., Xander Bogarts, Manny Machado could be the best 1, 2, 3 in all of baseball. Y'all can do it. Just do it. All right. Y'all just got to pull it together and make it happen. Still got you Darvish, Musgrove. Just add Dylan Cease. Y'all can do it. Just do it. So yeah, man. Like I wrote on here, man. Pull it together or pull out. This got to be the year. This got to be the year that y'all pull it together, dog. This got to be the year that y'all actually say y'all stake y'all claim as one of the most talented teams in all of baseball. Even with the Dodgers being what they are, we're gonna get some things to them, and I know what y'all thinking about the Dodgers right now. We all been seeing the headlines, but Padres, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. This got to be the year. Either that or blow it the fuck up, cause it ain't really happening. It ain't working. It ain't going. Make it happen this year or bust. That's what I'm thinking, dog. But like, for who you got?
Okay, I'm picking the other team in Texas. I'm going Astros. Astros will pull this out because they got embarrassed in the Battle of Texas last year, okay? There
Mm-hmm.
was no tipping on fofos. There was no Paul Wall grills this year. They got embarrassed and they want to bring it back. They gonna tell the Rangers, run me my fade again. And they coming
Mm-hmm.
out on top. I don't see that Astros team as you acknowledge. Crispy, Altuve, Hader, Bregman,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan. Just that team is ready to go, and they are going to avenge how they lost in the Battle of Texas. Okay, they're coming back. They telling them run me my fave round two, and we're gonna get busy on this. It's no other way that I can see this going down. I feel like they want revenge. Now, on the other side in the NL, Dodgers. I'm picking y'all. You already know why.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all checkbook with Magic Johnson's team back in this bind is humongous. Okay. Shohei, barring something not happening, he's gonna have an amazing year pitching. They got Yamamoto over there, Freeman, Muncy. That team is just goddamn stacked. Okay. Look, I know Rob called y'all Padres and said y'all the most talented team, but y'all ain't got the biggest Magic Johnson sized checkbook that they got over there in Dodgerland. So
True.
I gotta pick
That's
them.
true.
That Dodgers team is ridiculous, and
Mm.
they can look. They can tell me all they want. Money can't buy you happiness. Well, they damn sure can try to buy me a franchise winning team in LA. I don't care what anybody says. You look at that team and you tell me where you feel like that team is just bad at. Just where are they bad at? That's it. You see, you can't
Bullpen is the only
team.
thing I can. Oh, bullpen is the only thing I can be
That's it.
like. I don't know, but even then, it's like it ain't bad.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You tell me I can't put up enough runs? Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman. Look, you gonna have Max Muncy still out there. Shohei's gonna hit this year if he's not gonna pitch. Yamamoto is still a decent pitcher. Joe Kelly is alright. He can do what he needs to do. We can still put up runs out here. Bobby Miller is pitching for him. Gavin Lux is still on second. They got enough defense. Will Smith is still your catcher. He's probably gonna pick off some people this year. Come on now, dog. That team is just it's too nice. They're 100 wins last year. They probably gonna try to pace out for another 100 wins this year. Okay? It is that simple. They're a triple digit team. Oh, now I did want to speak on this. You are correct. Whenever you were talking about Seattle in the AL, you are correct. Seattle is just young. I don't see right now Julio Rodriguez stud, bro, stud. I just don't see them being mature enough. Okay, because I don't know if you saw the game. That was the Reds game a few days ago. They lost by 1. He still has, I must say, young man tendencies. And what I mean by that is whenever he loses them tight games, he has that look of, man, we shouldn't have lost this. That's some BS, blah, blah, blah. It's this person's fault, that type of crap. And I feel like he hasn't hit that, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to pick up my teammates. I'm going to try to push this, which if once he hits that and that team matures, they going to the top, though. They're going to the top. That team is going to be like, I'm not going to say 100% the Griffey Rodriguez era. Yeah, well, yeah.
Between him and this rotation, shit, they could be that.
They could be. They could be that. They could be that again. You could, yeah. You could say that they're back on that level. You could. That team just has to mature. Don't look, people. Once that team matures, we're gonna be back here, and I'm gonna be saying, Lone Star State, you better watch the hell out. Because they're gonna be on you behind. And I'm sorry, Angels. Y'all just I don't know. I don't know. Y'all in the athletics, that's another background. I'm gonna take a snooze. You got 50 wins last year.
Athletics, you are a fucking travesty on purpose. And it's not to the players. You guys doing the best you can. It's your fucking leadership, your fucking ownership.
I like Shea Langoliers, bro. I love him as a goddamn catcher, bro. And it's just that team.
Zach Geloff is at second base, like one of their former top prospects. Like he's looking like projected to be really nice this year. Brent Rucker Park. Like y'all got some talent. Y'all motherfucking just
that team is it's not led properly.
It's not led at all. It's led like fucking the shit you take out of your fucking pipes because it's poisonous. Bro. Like that's what kind of lead that they're dealing with.
And
like,
they got
that
talent,
team is a fucking
though, Rob.
disgrace.
They have
the
talent
fucking trying to move to
team.
Vegas shit. Like, no, man, they're a fucking disgrace.
But they have talent as a team. That's what I don't understand. It's not like this team is crap. It's not like this team is crap.
It's the sun shines on a dog's ass twice a day.
This is true. Whenever I look at how poorly they performed, so this is how I feel like I can say that team is just being led incorrectly. I look at the Royals and then I look at them. I look at the Athletics. Now, whenever I look at them, I see talent with upside in Oakland. I'm not going to necessarily say I see talent with upside over there in Kansas City. But I don't think you should only win 50 games. There shouldn't be a reason for 112 losses. I don't see why. I look at them and I see got Langoliers. He could be an all-star. Zach,
Mhm.
he could be one.
Mhm.
Nola's on first base. You have enough there to structure something, but it's lost in translation somewhere. Somewhere something is lost in translation. I don't know how. I don't know why. Because I'm not in there. I can't tell you guys directly, oh, this is the problem in with the athletics. Something is lost in translation with that team. Whenever once they get to the field, it's like switches off. I'm here to get paid. We win, we win. It's whatever. And maybe I'm looking at it too hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at that team too hard. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
No.
enough of me ragging on y'all. League champs, Rob. Who you got? Who you got?
All right. So league champs for the National League, I have, or the both the league champs, I would say, but
Yeah.
for National League, I have the Braves. I think the Braves are the best team in the National League. I think that they're gonna do it. Like, and Rusiel Iglesias, that he's their closer. I forgot about him. Thought it was still Jensen. He's gonna be their closer this year. I think that they're gonna be just great. They got it evened out all throughout the year. I think they're gonna be the national champs. The AL Rangers. I think they just stack. I think they're one of the best teams in all of baseball. I think they're gonna basically push it out, beat you know, beat the Astros, beat all these other teams that's up and coming. Uh, yeah. So those are my league champs. But who you got?
NL, you already know I'm riding with you with the Braves. Braves best team in baseball. There's only one other team that I feel like can compete. That's like the Dodgers. The Dodgers are out there.
Mm,
Like whenever I think best team in baseball, that's the other team. But Braves to me, head and shoulders above everybody. The team was grown way too well. Now, like I said, this is the one that we're gonna fight about. You on North Texas, I'm on South Texas. I'm telling you, I just feel like the Astros won't they fade again, that they're coming to take this back. I feel like they're gonna be motivated. We got embarrassed. Corey Seager and them did it to our ass last time. we
mhm.
him and Simeon and all of look, they got us. We need our run back. Okay. Let us
Get
get
our
our
lick back.
run back and win this time. Now, I do see we both picking the Braves to win the whole thing. Okay.
Hmm.
Braves, y'all embarrassed us last time we picked y'all to win it all. Y'all embarrassed us. Don't
So
y'all
much.
leave in this first round again because we picking y'all again. This is who we're
Fucking Atlanta sports.
yeah. It's like y'all did us dirty with it. I don't know what happened. Me and Rob are like, they should have won. Just what happened? They had a bye. They would set the gun and
Just,
just
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 went on
cancel
vacation
out.
early.
Y'all can't do us like that. Now
Nope. 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 Nope.
we're gonna move on. MVPs and Cy Youngs. AL, who you got?
All right. So the AL, Juan Soto, easiest pick that I could basically make. Y'all gonna basically be like, yeah, of course he's gonna win because you got one of the best left-handed hitters, all around hitters in baseball in Yankee Stadium half the season. That short porch, that motherfucker's gonna hit 50 home runs this year. And it's just gonna be line drives. Y'all better basically put up shields, nets, and all that shit because that motherfucker's coming in heavy and hot, and it's gonna be bam, right there in there. Like he's gonna basically kill in that stadium. It's not even gonna be funny. It's gonna be an aha moment. Like how could we not have blocked this? How could we not have thought this through? Letting this team get this man. Like nah, man. Juan Soto's gonna be the MVP. Corbin Burns, I got him as my AL MVP. It's gonna be between him and Luis Castillo in my book. As far as the AL Cy Young, he's gonna basically be Corbin Burns. I think it's gonna be nice in that lineup. I think the Orioles are still gonna be nice this year, even though still a little hesitant on what they're gonna be and how they're gonna all turn out. But yeah, I got Juan Soto and Corbin Burns. Who you got, bro?
Okay, so you already know we had kind of talked about this. I got Corey Seager. Okay, I do agree with you
Mhm.
saying that Juan Soto is probably going to hit a crap ton of home runs. That's going to be line drives over that wall. Corey Seager's out for revenge. He's lost. He was second place last year. I feel like this is the year he's going to pull through. This is going to be the Rangers consolation prize for not beating the Astros this year. Luis Castillo, the other side of where you were picking. One of the only other people I feel like that they could that could actually win this Cy Young this year. I feel like he's going to have a great year this year. I don't see. There's other names that we could throw out there, but whenever I think shooting to the top, gonna win this, I'm thinking him. Um,
Yeah. Pablo Lopez is gonna be nice this year
yeah,
too.
I
Like
was gonna
I
say,
really like him.
maybe Pablo. If Pablo, you know what? You're hearing it from us. Pablo Lopez is probably the long shot to win that Cy Young, and if he does, we acknowledged him here on Bramigos podcast ahead of time. We let that be known that
Yeah.
he
You also
could
look
do
like
this.
Miro, bro.
Yeah,
The kid Miro.
yeah, he does. He does. He could win this. He could win this. He could win this. Don't count him out because we've seen weirder things in baseball. We've seen these long shots come out from nowhere and win this. NL, who you got?
All right. Fernando Tatis Jr., your son of former Cardinal Fernando Tatis. I think he's gonna win the MVP. He already won the Gold Glove in right field last year. I really think he's gonna be the MVP this year because I think the Padres are gonna be really nice this year. Um, Like, I think that with what they got, like he could basically be the top of that lineup and really kill and really have a great season. He already had the suspension last year. He's going to be coming back with a vengeance. And then Cy Young, Spencer Strider. That motherfucker's going to be unhittable. Don't think you're going to get a hit off this motherfucker. Like, you got the fastball, got the changeup, got the curve now, going to be for rocking with him. Might develop a fourth pitch. And if that motherfucker develops a fourth pitch, a fourth good pitch, oh, motherfucker might get a 0 ERA for the season. Like that, it's gonna be incredible. All the only thing that can basically beat him is him. Him in that rotation is gonna be crazy. And with the Braves being what they are, he's gonna be nice. So yeah, Spencer Strider is gonna be my Cy Young pick. Who you got?
Okay, so NL, I'm picking Mookie Betts. Okay, Barn. Listen to me, people. Listen to me, people. Barn, the fact that Ronald Acuna isn't over there backing Spencer Strider coming out blasting like he did last year and wins this thing back to back. We don't really see too many back to backs. I can't remember when is the last time we maybe had a back to back?
Probably Bonds.
Yeah,
Bonds
probably
would be my guess.
Bonds. Maybe if they respect Acuna on the level of Bonds, maybe we have a back-to-back MVP. But I'm picking Mookie to win it because usually you don't get that back-to-back MVP too often. So I'm gonna pick Mookie, barring that
Barn.
Acuna doesn't come out there blasting again, and he doesn't seem like he wants it again. He might come out there 2 years in a row and say, "Crown me again." You never know.
King me.
On the other side, I totally feel where you're going with Spencer Strider picking Logan Webb. I think
Mm.
Logan Webb is going to shine this year. I think this is going to be his year to show, hey, I got this shit. Spencer Strider, I cannot go against your pick though. Strider has such, and you're right. That motherfucker can get a fourth good pitch, bro. We did Atlanta. If he develops a fourth good pitch, you bet not make me and Rob liars. You bet not make us liars to pick y'all to win this for the World Series. By the way, my mom loves the Atlanta Braves. She's been a diehard Braves fan forever. Her and
To moms,
Visky,
man.
yeah. She's that's been her team, bro. That like for years. And it used to make me laugh though because my dad used to be like the Braves choke. He hated John Rocker. He hated John Rocker back in the
Mm.
day. but
Same.
that's like another story. But I feel like Logan Webb is the other guy who's going to be battling Spencer for this. I feel like Logan Webb has had a great pitch selection. His placement has been good. His breaking stuff's been nice. Now,
Mm.
only thing you said, like you said, Spencer makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. Yeah,
He,
I would say
he's
the
that.
last thing I did see, or I didn't know if you were done, but like with the MVP, the last AL MVP to go back to back was Miguel Cabrera 2012, 2013. The last NL MVP was Albert Pujols 2008, 2009.
Okay, so we had 10 years and then what, another 12 years before we didn't had back to back. So it's been a huge, it's
Mhm.
been a double digit gap. So if he goes back to back, this will be the first time in like a good while.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's possible for Acuna to go back to back. We just might not maybe see it. Yeah. I don't
Right.
know. That's one of those things, bro. And see, it's so hard because baseball has such a bigger plethora of players than like, let's say, the NBA. The NBA is kind of easy to focus in on who you're gonna get an MVP to once you see how that numbers
Hmm.
panning out. It's different for baseball, and but Acuna is so goddamn good. He's fast. He's strong. He has an arm. He can feel. The dude, like I said, that Atlanta system, just Atlanta in general, that team is ridiculous. And to say that they won one without him is crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. And then if they can win this with him, it'll be just amazing. Now,
Yeah.
moving on, we do want to talk a few storylines, and Rob does have a rant about the Padres. Like I said, he's picking y'all because he feels like y'all are very talented, and he wants to talk to y'all a little bit. So you know what?
Yeah. I get. Yeah, I told him. I told him already. We can go on that. It's basically y'all need to ship the. Y'all need to pull it together or pull out.
Yeah,
It's got to be it.
but I can see where you say that they're talented. I can definitely see that, but I don't know if they're gonna pull it together. They might be on the pull out. They might be on the pull out. Now I see that you really believe in one of these teams. I take a nap to. So go ahead, let us know about it.
So Kansas City, and I don't know to be honest. Look, I'm a Missouri kid, St. Louis, 314 stand up. I've been to Kauffman Stadium, very nice stadium, very weird stadium. The only thing I say about the stadium is like if you sit high up, it feels like you just like sloping over. And I don't know if it's still like that. It was like that years ago, but it was just like it was weird. Like I felt like I was like on the edge of my seat, just always like this. Maybe I was high, whatever. But either way, like I really like you. I really do like you. I like Bobby Witt Jr. I like Vinny Pascatino. I like the people that you have. I just don't believe in you. And I want to. I want to believe in you. I don't know if it's the colors, because y'all got sweet ass uniforms, sweet ass looking stadium. Y'all got everything put together. I just don't believe in y'all though. And I just can't. Y'all in that division that's very winnable, and y'all got young talent that could very much win it. But I just can't just think of you as the American League champion or American League Central champion or even a wild card team. Y'all got to make me believe in you, and I don't know if you can. And y'all might be some years away. Y'all might have to take some time, but y'all do have a great player, Bobby Witt Jr., that y'all ended up paying, which y'all needed to pay. Y'all still got Savvy Perez, who's still hanging on, as a catcher. I don't know how much longer he got. I don't know about y'all, dog. I'm looking at your lineup. Y'all got Michael Walker, former Cardinal, stand up, but like I don't believe in y'all, dog. And I want to. I really, 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 really believe me. If there's anybody in this room or in this podcast that wants to believe in you, it's me. It's this guy right here as I hit my mic. Like, I want to believe in you and y'all. Y'all just ain't got that for me. So maybe y'all could pull it out. Maybe y'all can basically do something this year. But I really hope y'all do. Because I just really can't see it for real, for real. But I, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about y'all. But like I said, I just want to believe it. I just do.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna look dead in this camera. I don't believe in y'all. I don't.
Oh
I
damn,
don't
damn!
believe.
Why? Just so mean. Just
I just don't.
so just
Outside of
mean.
Bobby Witt Jr. getting paid, I don't see you guys. Y'all are in a winnable division. Rob speaks the truth of this. But I don't see y'all winning. I just don't. I just don't. Prove me wrong, and I won't take a nap anymore of your games. Do you prove me wrong? Them 50 wins, me 50, 56, I think y'all had, they mean nothing to me. That just means I
Mhm.
napped on y'all a possibility 56 times and y'all might have won. That's it. That's all it means. Like, literally to me. I love
Mhm.
Bobby Witt Jr. as a shortstop. The man is fast. He can hit. He can get down. He can feel. He is amazing.
Bad boy.
Outside of that, none of y'all. Well,
Yeah.
Will Smith, Vinny is nice at first base. I give him that. But Hunter Renfro, you've had a journeyman that's coming in. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see y'all. Y'all have y'all can win, but I don't think y'all are gonna win. I just don't. I
Yeah.
look at the lineup and I'm
I
like,
got you. I got
nah. Now, in major baseball news, we all know what's going on with Shohei, but we don't know. In the words of Rummy, there are known unknowns and unknown unknowns. And right now, with what's going on with Shohei, we have a lot of unknown knowns and unknown unknowns that we don't know. Shit that we don't know that we don't know that they're presumably saying. And I'm gonna just speak on it a little bit before I hand it over to Rob. So we're saying that he paid off his translator's debt, but then we're linking him to the gambling because he gave the money. Where did the guy get the money to do this? So now we're gonna say that he possibly did this or he was funding the gambling. Rob, like, what do you think this is all gonna mean? Like, where do we go
So
with this?
yeah, like so the facts of what we got right now is that two $500,000 wirings got was done in Shohei's from Shohei's bank account for to pay off some gambling debts reportedly for his translator. And so, a total of $4.5 million in debt is what the translator had reportedly. And at first it was Shohei had nothing to do with this. Then it was Shohei knows nothing about it and it's all a big theft. It sounds so fucking crazy. And so like nobody really has a clear picture on what was actually done, but everybody feels that Shohei did something. And it's also that other people are going to, oh well, there's so all with all the gambling exposure and everything like that, this is bound to happen, which it's not. Because the thing about it is, for $4.5 million in debt, that has to be years of in the making. And this
Yes.
whole gambling shit is still fairly new. But also, gambling is bringing in a lot of money to the sports, which is basically bringing up the salary caps in some of these sports, which is bringing up the contracts, which is bringing up in more money because of the revenue splits that are already there within the CBA. So it's not as if like if they basically did away with this money, everything will be just fine. Players' salaries will go down. It's literal simple math. But the thing about it is we have zero clue what exactly happened. So we know that there is a lot of money that was spent and a lot of money that was in debt. And this is all with US FBI raid of this company. Can't remember the I can't remember the group name, but like basically it was all a raid and they found these pieces of information within the facilities of this raid. So we really don't have a clear picture on what Shohei was or wasn't doing, how much the interpreter was or wasn't doing. We don't know. We just it's a lot of people speculating and intimating that Shohei Otani bet on baseball or bet on sports or bet on something that had to do with gambling. And so we're just basically now in a limbo kind of format where it's like, what do you do with Shohei? Right now, MLB said that they're going to be launching an investigation on him. What that investigation is going to find, we still don't know. What I think is going to happen, and this is really more everyone, I want you to stop right here and I want you to put on your tinfoil do rags. And I want you to get it on and let me know when you got it on. I'm going to wait a couple seconds before I say what I'm going to say. All right. 3, 2, 1. MLB is going to suspend Shohei Otani for the year. so that Shohei Otani could get rehabilitated from his Tommy John and basically come back the two-way player that he is. Because right now, all he is going to be doing is hitting this year. They did talk about put him in the outfield, which is the dumbest fucking shit you could really think of when you got somebody coming off of a Tommy John, putting him in the outfield where he has to possibly make throws, even though it's not, he's not going to have to make a 90 or 100 throws like he would in an MLB game, like as a pitcher. But it's still, anytime you're throwing, there's no reason for that to happen, or having to basically throw somebody at home and possibly re-injuring yourself is stupid as shit. Basically, I think they're gonna find a way to make him rest up. They're gonna say he did had there was something within the investigation that they found, and he's basically gonna get suspended for a year, and everything's gonna be good because they're gonna say he probably didn't bet on baseball, but he basically, bet on some sports, and that's a foul. And yeah, that's what it's gonna end up being. So I don't, we could take your 10-4 do rags off. That's what I see it being. That's what I think is gonna be the case. But they also could basically find nothing. Basically say, hey, we looked, we find the thing. Um, Shohei's good. He could continue playing on as regularly scheduled. But right now we're still in the preheating phase of the oven. We're not
Yeah,
we barely put the thing in, or we put the the cake in for it to bake, but it's still gushy and and still weird. It hasn't even risen yet. So we got some time, and we got basically a little bit of patience, but everybody got takes and everybody got hits, and we even talking about it too. So but I think that right now it's really more, we're still in the fact finding phase, and more is gonna be to come on Shohei, period.
I don't see them finding enough to convict Shohei of something. I don't think that you could
Mm.
ever Pete Rose him. I don't think he's went to that level. Now,
I don't think it's gonna be that.
what I do think is this. I think if you stop him at any point, you're gonna have to give the public a legitimate reason why you're doing this, okay?
Mm.
Especially Dodger fans. You don't want them to go crazy. Like you trust me. So I don't think that they're gonna find anything. Maybe they're gonna classify this as, look, the translator did this and that. I'm
Mm.
thinking that maybe they might go the easy route and just say, hey, he took this money, Shohei didn't know, blah blah blah. You know, Shohei out here buying other people's wives $100,000 cars. You might have not paid
Yeah.
attention to this. Maybe I bought 5 or 6 of them cars. You never know.
Yeah.
So I hope that they don't find anything, or if you do have some reasoning, please come to us and give us a reasonable reason. Just don't feed us any BS. We don't want the BS. Tell us the truth of what's going on. If you don't know, it's okay. This is why you're
Yeah.
doing the investigation. But don't lie to us as baseball fans. We hate that. Because if we find out that y'all did something wrong and or that y'all didn't tell us the truth, but now we're gonna look at everything that you tell us now, we're gonna be like, I don't believe it. Grain of salt, not gonna take it seriously. That's how I'm gonna leave
Right.
that right there. And I also see that you had 3 teams from the NL Central making the playoffs.
Mhm.
What three you got?
Very much. So like we've kind of talked about it a little bit, when we were talking about the NL Central. I do think it's going to be one of the more talented divisions in all of baseball. I think the Cubs did a good amount, bringing in Shota and Manga, bringing back Cody Bellinger,
Yep.
basically bringing in Michael Bush. Like, they've made some moves that basically I think is going to pay dividends for them. And I think that Justin Steele, I think, is going to be a really good pitcher. Possibly going to be a Cy Young candidate for them. Uh, I think they have a really talented roster. Big Ellie coming back,
Yep.
and I mean, granted, he might be having a sophomore slump, but he is, if he basically brings in what he did last year, absolutely one of the most electric players in all of baseball. Like, y'all, for anybody that wants to basically watch what the clearest evolution of big, strong, fast motherfuckers in sports, Ellie Dela Cruz is that. Go watch some Reds games. Go see that man. That man is good. And I don't know how long that athleticism gonna last. That man is good. Go see him. They also gonna have Spencer Steer. Well, a lot of people, I know when I was doing fantasy, a lot of people picked him up mainly because he plays a lot. plays a lot of different positions, but I mean, he might be nice in that lineup. They're gonna basically have Will Benson, Matt McClain, a lot of Jonathan India, a lot of players. The only thing really is their pitching. I don't know about their lineup. I don't think their rotation is gonna be all that great. Still got some questions about the bullpen. But like, yeah, that lineup's gonna be pretty nice. I think they're gonna be one of the contenders. Brewers are gonna be good. Brewers are gonna be one of the playoff
Yes.
teams for
Yes.
sure. Like I straight up, Cardinals and Brewers, they're gonna be really good. And then you still got what's the other team? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Uh
Who you going with?
I just had a brain fart.
So look, you
Yeah,
going
yeah.
Brewers, your cards, and what you going Cubs or Reds?
Cubs. I'm gonna go Cubs. I'm gonna
You
go
going with
Brewers,
Cubs?
Cardinals, Cubs
All right.
as the playoff teams. I honestly think they're gonna be three of the more talented teams. And I think the rest of the NL has a lot of question marks. Like Phillies, I don't really I hate on the Phillies. Phillies and Braves, even though I have Braves as the World Series champs, I like to recreationally hate on them. So I even though I think between Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, like basically one of the best 1-2 punches in all of baseball, I think they're gonna fucking blow it. And so I can't wait for them to fucking blow it. And then like all these other teams, I think that there can be some implosion, and I think that the Central is gonna basically be on the top of the heap after the implosions. And so, like, because even with the Dodgers, the thing with the Dodgers is, I think that with Shohei possibly getting suspended for some time and not basically playing all this year, or at least on both sides of the ball, um, I think that they gonna be like they could lose a bunch of games. I think they could either win 110 or they could lose 70, or they can win 70. I
All
think the
right.
thing with the Dodgers is there could be some implosion there. Even though they're talented as fuck, I don't know. Maybe there's some things that could happen, but for real, I think the Central's gonna have three NL teams or three teams in the playoffs. Like I honestly do, with what they got, with how they're presently constructed. I think that they're gonna basically be great.
All right. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see where you're going with that one. Cause oh yeah, shout out to Cody Bellinger. I'm money with that swing on MLB.
Mm,
I'm killing it. Cody Bellinger steps up and I'll be like, ha ha, I got you.
I love his swing. He has
Oh,
a sweet
oh,
ass swing.
oh, easily. Easily sweet swing. Love it. Love it. But I could definitely see NL Central having three teams. That's definitely a good possibility. And we are gonna talk sophomore slump. I see you got Corbin Carroll. You got Ellie in the slump. And the Orioles, and then you think the Orioles might take a little bit of a downturn?
So here's what I'm thinking with sophomore slump. So like, even though I'm basically talking about Ellie being one of the best, it's like I don't know if he's gonna basically be able to match what he had last year. And him coming back for another year and having a lot of excitement. I thought he was gonna be on the cover of MLB The Show this year.
Hmm.
Like he probably is gonna be on it for 25, but I really thought he was gonna be on it for 24. Basically, he's just one of the most exciting players in all of baseball, man. Like can run, can hit, can feel like he could throw the ball to the first base like 100 miles an hour damn near. Like he's got everything with what you want in a ball player. And he's big boy too. Like big tall lanky dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's got it all. Corbin Carroll's another player that I'm thinking might take a sophomore slump. Branding rookie of the year. Had an absolutely phenomenal year last year. Um but basically now being looked at as the best player on the recent NL champs roster. I don't know how much he's gonna basically handle that pressure, but absolutely another fast as fuck, talented dude, shorter guy, left-handed hitter, but like absolutely one of the best players in all of baseball. Orioles in general, I'm thinking that with them, they have that with them basically having, when going to the playoffs recently after for the first time in forever, can they basically replicate and stay on top? Granted, they added Corbin Burns, they still got a lot of great players in that lineup. But as I
yeah,
say, it was like a sophomore slump. It's really more about not about them as far as how what players that they have and are they young and in their second year, because a lot of their players aren't in their second year. Only Gunnar Henderson, I think, is in the
yeah.
second year, as far as presently constructed. But like of and Grayson Rodriguez. But as far as like everything else, can they replicate what they did last year? and basically come back and be that AL champ and be that 100-win team that they were. And I think they can. It's just one of those things to keep an eye on. Or one of the things I'll say everybody keep an eye on.
So how about this? Do you think that they
What's up?
hitting 100 again, or they under 100? Because the Rays were right behind them at 99 wins. So
Oh, the
if
Rays ain't gonna be that. The Rays ain't not gonna be that. Because Rays, for one, even though for what he did, I'm not saying that basically the Rays should have kept him, and I'm not, and he wouldn't be playing right now. But for Wander Franco, the loss of Wander Franco is going to be big for them. I
yeah,
think that's going to be one of those things that's is going to be a reverberating thing because they paid him. They paid him good money.
yeah,
The one of the only players that they really ever paid, and they paid him early. And it's not, and it's look, I'm not going to be out here like Ken Rosenthal being like, well, you can't really pay a guy. No, man, it was just something that happened. They didn't see this motherfucker being a pedophile. And
yeah.
it's a horrible story. If y'all want to look into Wanda Franco's story and what the mother of the victim basically did, fucking horrible, absolutely fucking horrible. But like with Wanda Franco not being in that lineup anymore, they lost Tyler Glass now. I think Shane McClanahan is still there, but Shane Bass is coming back, or gonna be coming back sooner or later. Like I think they do have Zach Eflin, still got Randy Rosarena, still got players Zach Lowe or Josh Lowe, excuse me, and still got some players that they could basically contend with. I just don't think that they're gonna be a 90-win team. They might be like 80, upper 80s, or like maybe mid or like yeah, somewhere in the 80s. But they're not gonna be
Okay.
that team anymore. I think the Orioles gonna win like 90 something games. I don't know if they're going to 100. Because I mean, even the Yankees are better than what they were. Red Sox still got a good amount of talent. Like uh and the Jays, they still gonna be contending there too. The AL East is gonna be basically a lot to deal with, even though they don't do the format like they used to, where basically you play them so much more than you play everybody else. But
Yeah.
like it's gonna be basically, yeah, it's a lot more to deal with within that AL East and the AL in general, like between the AL East and the AL West. Like it's a lot of talent to deal with, and I don't know if the Orioles gonna be able to compete like that. But I think they're gonna be great. I think they're gonna be a 90-win team. It's just not gonna be a 100-win team. They're gonna have some regression.
So this is how I see this happening. You are right with the Wanda Franco thing. He he's probably not coming back, and they're removing him from the roster.
Oh, he's gone. He's
Yeah,
gone.
I
He's
don't
done.
see them bringing him back. I don't think he's gonna be on that 40-man roster because first of all, he needs his
No.
visa to come back in here. He's having trouble with that with his attorney, so he can't get in. Uh, then not to mention what he was doing. So I don't see him being in here. I see this only rearing its head again and him shooting to the top of a news list if they let him back in. That would
Yeah,
make
no.
him
He's
priority number
he's
one, but I don't see him coming back. I see them just having to eat that contract. That's it.
yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He's more than done.
Yeah, I just see them having to eat that contract. So it is what it is. So I can definitely see what you said that they have the leeway to win. So this one I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Orioles under 100, but above 90. So I'm gonna say that they're gonna
Mhm,
fall somewhere in that nine game gap of 99 and 90, and they should win.
mhm.
And like you said, the Rays, yeah, them losing Wander Franco is gonna be too hard for them to deal with. That's gonna, let's be real. He's horrible for what he did. He was hellified on the baseball field for how much he helped them though. But they're
Yeah.
not gonna win without him. They're not gonna pull off another 99. But that also does leave a gap for the other teams, Yankees, my Red Sox. Hopefully we can pull something together. I don't know, and
Mhm,
maybe we can see this. But yeah, the Orioles probably going to stand tall in that division. I'ma say, yeah. If they hit that 100 again and replicate that last season, that would be a very positive thing going forward for them. That would cement them because they do have, like, they got Mullins out there, they got Mountcastle out there, they got Santander out there. They have a great outfield in my opinion. I love all those guys, especially Cedric Santander, Ryan Mountcastle. Clutched a few games with you two on MLB the show. Um,
mhm.
so that team is legitimate. If they can repeat this, you might have to watch out. Shout out to Adley Rushman too, switch hitting catcher. he can get the job done out there too. He can definitely get that done out there. Now, moving on, you know, should we talk about two family, Tim? You know,
Good. I think we should.
you have a chance to bounce back. And then
Mm-hmm.
you also have a chance to play your way out of the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up to you, baby. It's all up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I'm gonna talk about you. It's all up to you. How bad do you want it, Tim? You done lost fights last year. You get
Mm.
exposed for having two families. You
Yeah.
dog, it's a lot can go wrong for you right now.
Right.
If I'm you, I'ma focus on baseball if I want to stay here.
Tunnel vision.
You
Tunnel
you
vision.
you better strap in. You better
Mm-hmm.
strap in. What are your thoughts on, I see the list, Luis Razor, Tim, O'Neal Cruz, Shane Bieber. What are you thinking about those guys though?
All right. So for Shane Bieber or for Luis Ariz and Tim Anderson, I think that basically they could be a great 1-2 combo. Granted, like Tim, gotta improve on yourself. Like this is your chance, and it's a great deal with the Marlins, one of the best deals in the offseason. Um, you can basically become the premier guy at shortstop, basically for Miami very quickly. Luis Ariz, one of the best hitters. You guys basically either be in the bookends of that lineup at 1 and 9 or basically 1-2. I think you guys could really kill it. And I think that you guys could be a hellified infield for that team, especially when that team needs a lot of offense.
Yeah,
With the pitchers that they got, and like they just always been starving for offense, losing Jorge Soler and guys like that. And so you guys basically be the anchors of that offense, and I think you guys could really kill it. And Tim, I believe in you, buddy, because you are, even though you are hiding families and getting punched out for fights that you started. Like I still believe in you, bro. I still even believe in you, bro. So O'Neal Cruz, absolutely gonna be one of the best players in baseball again this year. Coming back from a broken leg. I
mm,
mean, one of the biggest motherfuckers you probably ever see. Fast as hell, got a hell of an arm at shortstop. Like he's basically what Ellie Dela Cruz was with just a smidge more power. Not even that much more. They bought the same. It's just O'Neal Cruz is more built out versus Ellie's kind of more slender. But like, nah, O'Neal Cruz, a guy that y'all gotta watch some Pirates games. Dude's gonna be hell for them. Like he's gonna be basically, if there was a comeback player of the year in baseball, he would be that because I think he might hit like 40 home runs this year, or
possibly.
he's gonna hit well. He's gonna do very well this year. I'll say that.
I say he's
And
gonna
then
hit at
Shane
least
Bieber,
30. I say he's gonna hit at least
what
30.
is that?
I say O'Neal's gonna
Yeah,
at least hit 30. I got him at
yeah,
least
yeah,
hitting 30.
yeah. Maybe 30, 100 RBIs. Like he's gonna be nice. Shane Bieber, I don't think you're gonna finish a Guardian this year. I think you're gonna be on somebody else. It doesn't look like they're gonna pay you, so I think they're gonna try to trade you sometime during the season. Which I get it. That's just what it's gonna be. Cardinals, call Cleveland. It'd be nice if you do that. Kind of asking for a few years now. Call Cleveland, see what they say, see what they want, and give them an offer. Just do something. See, just say hi. Send them a text, gift card, something. Just ask them, see what they say. But no, I mean Shane Bieber, I would have had you as a Cy Young candidate, but I think you're gonna get moved sometime during the season, so that's gonna really hurt you, especially if you move leagues. So, but no, those are my guys to watch. Luis Ariz and Tim Anderson. See how that basically is gonna be with the Marlins. O'Neal Cruz basically coming back from the broken leg, and Shane Bieber. Where is he gonna land at the end of 2024? I have no clue. Hopefully, it's with a contender because I think he is a very talented pitcher, but they ain't paying dude. So we'll see what happens.
Bieber, the only reason that I can think that they're not gonna pay you is because you've been up and down. 2020 was
Mm.
your year. 2020 was your year. You were crazy. Whip under 1.63 ERA. You were killing it. But then you've gone up down. You were 7-4. Then you were 13-8 in 2022. You were 6-6 last year. If you come back and you're firing and they don't pay you, you're gonna go somewhere else and get paid. Boston. Just go to Boston. Don't even think about Rob's Cardinals. Just throw that one out. Um,
Go to no, go to St. Louis. You will love St. Louis. It's a better Cleveland, a way better Cleveland. Fuck Boston. Just except for Jason Tatum. He's that's my guy.
I just love how he did me like that. He just did me so wrong. So
Just look, you gonna try to
I'm
Joe
just
Dirty Mac me like no.
I'm trying to
Fuck
like,
the
bro,
Red
I need a
Sox.
picture, bro. I need a picture, bro. I need a picture.
Ain't my fault.
I need a picture. I
Ain't
got a
got nothing to do
campaign
with
some
me.
kind of way. I got a campaign some kind of way. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. But
Shit.
we do want to address one more thing. Me and Rob were talking about this. MLB, what are y'all? What is going to be the protocol now to protect pitchers taking these hotliners back at them?
Comebackers.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
comebackers are ridiculous. So, what is going to be y'all protocol now? This is concerning. We know in other sports that there's concussion protocol, that there's certain things that they have to go through. What are y'all gonna do now? I'm not. Well, no, f that. We are going to put pressure on y'all because this is a sport that's 100 and some games. Some of y'all may say, well, if he has a concussion, it's usually a 5 day gap between. Nah, son. Nah. It needs to be looked into more. I know we're not saying that there's CTE in baseball like there is football, but these guys are better hitters, and the ball is somewhat unpredictable. Okay, because you can square up at times, and that ball come out on a flat 180, and it's back at this pitcher. Okay,
Yep.
so I don't know, Rob. What can be done, or what do you think needs to be put in place that we need to see about this?
Yeah, see, and that's what I've been trying to wonder because, like, it's hard to basically legislate it. And I know with pitchers, they're very particular about what they wear. So I remember back, a few years ago, they had a guy who wore a like big hat, just a big baseball cap, and that was supposed to be one of the measures that they were going to do to protect against guys get hit. Because I think a year previously, there was a player that basically was struck in the side of the head. That essentially he was in the hospital, got stretchered out and everything. So I mean, it has to be something. So like, with face masks, you see it with other, with softball, you see that more with like, them. I think there has to be some kind of something that these pitchers wear because God forbid there's gonna be a ball that's gonna come back. Pitcher's not gonna react fast enough, and then that's his face or that's his life. And I think that MLB has to at least address it and has to at least say something and do something sooner rather than later. Even if it is just, all right, we're going to basically do exploratory measures. We're going to work with companies. We're going to do something. They need to get something out there before it's way too late. It can't be one of those, well, we were going to do something. We have been talking about it, but never anything out in the public that says this is being addressed. This at least has been thought about. It can't be me and Nate thinking about this. It's got to be you because you're the only one that can actually drive action and
Yes.
actually drive something that the pitchers are going to wear, that Major League Baseball is going to implement. You guys are the only ones that have that power. But you got to go. You have to do it. You have to think about it. Something's got to be done. I don't know what is going to be done. I don't know what's the best solution. But it's got to be something that you guys are working out and something that you can see and basically being like, hey, we're leading ahead. We're thinking about this before. We're not just being reactionary to a guy that basically is dying on the field or has something that basically like will not be able to will not be have him not being able to pitch or not being able to even think on his own anymore. You guys have to do something. It has to be something that has to be done, and it has to be soon. At least fucking try. That's all we're asking.
Yeah. I don't care if you got to go to Riddle or who you have to go to, whether you got to come up with a special pitching cap, just make it look fast. Look, y'all already cutting
Tell me,
costs on these damn jerseys. Take the
oh my god,
money and go do something useful with it. because I'm not excited about these jerseys. I'm not even remotely excited
They,
about this. And
I'm irritated by these names. Irritated at this point.
I
These names suck on the back of these jerseys.
yes, and I want to get a jersey this year, bro. I want another jersey, and I can't see myself doing it because of what it is. You're forcing me to buy something. You're forcing me to support a team in low quality. I almost feel like I'm buying a knockoff from the real people.
Yeah.
And you can say I'm like, some of y'all are gonna say, "Oh, they being dramatic." No, bro. Go look at them jerseys.
Nah, they stink.
Yeah, just go look at them. So look, if you're gonna cut my money there, you better make sure that you at least look out for the safety of these pitchers. I don't know, pitching cap, something. You can't put up anything in front of them because we're playing baseball, damn it. But you need to do something to help them be okay. Just help them be okay. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. I know that we probably gave y'all a lot of baseball today, but we need to do it. We already know March is mad, but we need to give y'all a little bit of MLB. But shout out to March Madness that is going on. Rob over there killing it in the bracket right now. He doing this thing. He thugging it out right now. He's thugging it out. He's doing what he needs to do over there. And we appreciate it. And we appreciate all of you guys coming through, watching us, run it up, subscribe, tell your people about us. I'm gonna try to even chop this one up, put it on TikTok, put the whole thing up there for y'all guys to look at. But get into it, guys. Take a look. Do what you need to do. Support us, Bro Amigos Podcast. Get into some MLB this year. If you ain't been watching, go play the game. If you got an Xbox, it's free on Game Pass right now. Get into it, baby. The shameless promo Xbox. I might even tag y'all ass down there. You get a little bit about y'all, but But as usual, we love doing this. Like, subscribe. But we about to go ahead and get up out of here. Rob, go ahead and take us out.
All right, good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Good night, those baseball jerseys. Go to hell, baseball jerseys. Yeah, man, I'm absolutely killing it on fucking the shit. Like, dog, I was up to like number 32 in the Yahoo shit. Like, real shit. I gotta tell the world because I have been telling the world, and people have been like, all right, whatever. But except for the homie Nate, he shouted me out. But like, it's like I was completely guessing. Absolutely 100% guessing. I called Oakland beating Kentucky. I called Yale beating Auburn. Those were the big ones that I had that basically got me, up high. Like, just, I'm that damn good at guessing. So motherfucking good.
You that damn.
Only this lottery will help.
Yeah. If only we can guess the right numbers for the lottery, then we really be pushing ourselves.
He's up to $1 billion shit.
Oh, Lord.
Get that shit right.
But as usual, we love y'all. We out. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bra Amigos Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.